All right, we'll just go straight to questions. If you have a question, use the raise your hand function. If you didn't know, Miriam broke the school record for blocks with 10. It's the school record that was held since 1987. So with that, we'll go ahead. Go ahead, Ethan.
Yeah, Mike, just already being down to Leah and then Mac not feeling very well. You went really deep in your bench. It was like a total team effort, it seemed like. Just what'd you think of, I guess, the way that not only that y'all won, but that everybody was involved?
Super proud for those kids that were ready. You know, it gives me hope that they listen to our mantra. If you don't have to get ready, if you stay ready. You know, Carly Johnson in specific has been a kid that's been right there on the cut of breaking into the lineup. You know, Mac didn't practice for 2 days leading up to it. We really literally didn't know until game time whether she'd be ready to go or not. Carly had 2 unbelievable days of practice to gain confidence. That's Carly and Carly have done that phenomenally well, both being ready to play. And then, you know, Sam really felt a lot of pressure today to go out there. And, you know, in the first half, I felt like she just tried so hard. She let the game come to her in the second half. Matt gave her extra minutes in the second half and the confidence. And then, again, just the job Miriam Dowda did protecting the basket for us. Carly Keats did an unbelievable job on Aaliyah and I. You know, she only got 4 3 attempts up. I think she makes almost 4 threes a game. And our number was to not let her get it. We lost her a couple of times in transition. I will go back. We've got a bye week this week, a much needed bye week, but I'm not sure I've even answered your question yet, but I'm really proud, Ethan. I'm really proud of our group. The way that they just don't flinch. You know, it's like, okay, Mac's not in. Okay, who's not ready? Okay, who's ready? And, you know, I know for a fact B. Franklin was ready to play tonight too, if we needed her. So it's very rewarding as a coach. It's very rewarding as a staff that, you know, we felt that at the beginning of the year when some adversity hit, some kids decided they didn't want to play with us, and that's drawn us together.
And then y'all really dominated the rebounds today. Sam had 14 of them, you know, as one of your guards. Just what do you think of, I guess, that dedicated effort to the glass today?
Well, you know, it's something we're getting better at. It came to fruition today, and we needed every single one of them. Now we can start working.
1 minute. Okay.
Now we can start. You want to let this guy record? Yep. Now we can start working on scoring after we get an offensive rebound. You know, I will tell you, I've never seen only 7 points off 21 offensive rebounds. But that's a good thing. I'm proud that because that is an effort thing, that is a focus thing. You know, those lead to stops. The offensive ones, again, are a lot of times it was because we were driving it so well, even though Sam wasn't necessarily finishing. We're getting a lot of rebounds behind it because we didn't allow too many block shots. They only blocked 3. Rebounding has been a point for us that has probably kept us from winning games in the past, but I felt like tonight it helped us win one.
And last thing I'll ask is on that last possession, did y'all know that Miriam was 2 points shy of the triple double?
Yeah, I called a play for her, and I don't usually do that, but Miriam deserved it. Again, if it would have been for point, you know, for somebody else that hadn't gotten 12 rebounds at 10, I probably wouldn't have.
All right, folks. So we do have an accident here that we're looking at.
But I also felt like she deserved the opportunity for it. She also I felt like had a good chance to get to the foul line. But she's going to have one sooner than later. We got a lot of games left with her. She'll have another one.
Dudley, go ahead. Dudley?
Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, you talked about wanting to have both a fast start and a fast finish, but you got your fast finish. Just definitely talk about dominating the second half and just closing it out.
Well, if you noticed, I took a timeout and got on him instead of waiting until halftime. That's exactly what I told him word for word, Dud. I said, we haven't got the pre-part fixed, but I'm not waiting until halftime. And you'll have to ask them, but it's as hard as I've been on them in 7 years here. I got them pretty good. And they all just kind of took it. I think it was kind of one of those, my grandpa always told me to save your crazy for when you really need it. And like I said something, they didn't look at me. And I jumped up and I got it and I got them. I don't do that very often. I save my crazy. And I'm not telling you that's the reason, but I was not waiting until halftime today. Got refocused, and I felt like from that point on we dominated. So, yes, we will continue to work on what is keeping us from getting off to a fast start. Because if we can eliminate that, was it 10-2 or 10-0? What was it when I took the timeout? Maybe we scored once, but it was not a good start again.
And you talked a little bit about halftime and all that. You all just kind of increased things at halftime. What did you say to them there at intermission?
Walked in and I read the numbers. I don't have it right here in front of me, but I said something like, if you would have told me that, Mac was going to play 11 minutes and Sather was going to play, or, whatever minutes in the first half, and we were going to shoot, 22, 4 for 18 in the second quarter, and we were only down 2, wouldn't you take it? And it was a resounding, hell yeah, let's go. So it was like, and then Coach Schaefer came in and said, hey, we need a Florida State type third quarter. And I just believe anytime you can draw back on a past success, it kind of gets a little bit, we got this. And it just felt like we got this moment. And it did carry over to the third quarter. And then I felt like it just carried over the entire second half. So our kids listen. I think our coaches are saying the right things at the right times. And there is no panic. That's the one thing about doing this so many times, Dud. There wasn't any panic over there, They were like, okay, we've been here. We know what to do. Let's go. And fortunately, we went in time.
And wins all count the same. It's just one. But psychologically, going into somebody else's house who's had their best start in almost 10 years, that's got to feel even better.
It does. And knowing their net ranking and who they've beaten, and if y'all understood the respect I have for Christy Curry, she is absolutely the most underrated coach in the country. You look her resume, you stack her resume on NCAA tournament appearances and wins and overall. It's just, I told her in the handshake line, I hate playing against them because of the respect I have for her. But we do tend to play very well down here. Phil Elson put the announcer's jinx on it and said we've won 10 in a row down here. That does not even seem possible, but we go into a bye week too, Dud. Think about how that feels. Go into a bye week. I'm going to be out recruiting 3 days. If you're 1-3, you walk in and you might sit in the back row and, might not go to the concession stand. I'm going to raise your back on, sit front row. I'm going to eat popcorn. It just makes you feel better. But I'm proud for our kids. Yeah, you're right. It does all just equal one, but man, in this league, ones are big.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Daniel?
First of all, how fortunate do you feel to be over there where it's not 4 degrees and freezing and miserable?
Well, very fortunate. I did not even pack a jacket. And I know when we get back, I'm going to really regret that decision because I've been following it. We're going to get on this plane and try to get back home as fast as we can. And I won't even feel it. I promise. Well, maybe I will. Y'all tell me, but I love Tuscaloosa. It's a great place to be right now. There was so much excitement around the town because of the football announcement yesterday. We had to go to about 4 different restaurants to find a place to watch the football game last night. It was jam-packed. I felt like the new coach was going to walk into all 4 of those restaurants every place we went. So it's a cool place to be. There's, a lot of excitement down here right now, and I'm glad we're going to get in and get out, though. How is the weather back home? Just cold?
Not
No
great
snow
for
yet?
yeah. It's we've had 4 or 5 inches, but
Oh, where are you, Daniel? Are you in Fayetteville?
yeah, on campus,
And we got 5 inches right now?
pretty much. I
Oh,
think, unless I'm exaggerating, someone else can cut in and tell me I'm making stuff up. But speaking of which, we've had, on a more serious note, we've had Sailor's been the one that's gotten a ridiculous amount of rebounds. You had 2 others in double figures, including Sam with 14, which I assume is pretty close to a career high. Just we've talked
Yeah.
about how we need more people to get rebounds, just to dominate a team like that on the glass.
I think they listen. I think they listen. They've started taking it to heart. It's been serious. We have changed one thing in practice. I have a tendency sometimes when we're working on scouting reports to shy away from contact to avoid injury. And we'll blow the whistle way too early. The last 2 weeks, I've been going to where we have to get the rebound and at least start our transition break. Hopefully that's been part of just the focus because they all try, but you look at 14, 14, 12. I think Alabama had been out rebounding people pretty significantly. I don't remember the exact number, but I'm going to keep saying the word because I can't come up with a better one, but just really proud that they've taken coaching and taking it to heart. Sam, I mean, y'all know Sam's 5'9". I don't know, whatever we list her at. It's 2 inches shorter than whatever we list her at probably, but 12 rebounds on the defensive end. That's effort, and that's trying every single time and not taking a play off.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Ethan, we'll wrap up with you.
Yeah, last question. Just it feels like just super quietly y'all are having a lot of good defensive play. Really going back all the way to Florida State. Just what do you think of the job that Coach Schaefer's done there and his staff?
I've tried to sing his praises and their praises and our kids' praises for locking in on it all year long. I think it's been, our offensive and our defensive efficiencies are as close as they've ever been. We've been pretty lopsided. This is as close we've ever been. Again, I'm going to come back to that word proud. I'm proud of everybody because it takes a lot of work. Evan does so much work in the film room, and then Amber Shire's on that defensive side of the ball too. And we've got everybody working it. It's not Todd's in charge of it, of course, but every coach, JC and Pauline and Lacey with the guards, they have to coach that when it goes down to position breakdown. So the staff has done an unbelievable job making sure we've kept ourselves in it. Because I mean, we shot 40% today, but I know we're 12th in the league in field goal percentage. And, somehow we're sitting here at 2-2 in our league because of our combination of the two. But I'm going to get a thesaurus and come up with a better word for proud. Sorry.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. We'll hopefully see y'all soon.